You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Full Court Trio. Today we are going to talk about has the well ran dry for African American WNBA coaches. Let's take a deep dive into this situation right after the intro. Hi everyone, this is Duval and I'm here to either make you laugh, cry, or mad. Either way, I'm here to serve you. So, this situation today on my video is about the epidemic of African American WNBA coaches that's no longer available for the 2026 season. They all gone, they all disappear. Why is that? What's going on where owners of other teams has gone away from those women who deserve opportunities to get a shot at being a WNBA coach? I just don't understand why they haven't given these women the opportunity during this coaching cycle. But before we get deeper into this situation, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors.
Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the simplest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use our promo code FCT and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow the Full Court Trio as we share our picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money, make picks, win cash. Thanks Underdog Fantasy for the partnership with us, and thank you for using promo code FCT on Underdog Fantasy.
What's so funny about this situation to me is the African American women in the WNBA has been trailblazers into the league flourishing as it is today when it comes to their play, their style, their intellect when it comes to being a coach for a franchise. But unfortunately, we at a point now where a lot of these owners have gone another direction, a direction that don't include African American coaches for women, and that's the shame of it. If you don't believe me when I say this, let me pull up a video with my girl Chini Agumake, aka my wife from another life. She will expound on this situation and let people know why I feel the way that I feel about this particular topic. Let the clip play.
Look at this. Ta-da! I bet y'all noticed there is a new trend in the WNBA, a new pipeline for head coaches. It's the NBA. Friday, the New York Liberty announced that they chose to hire Golden State Warriors assistant Chris DeMarco as their next head coach. Now, what does this mean in the big scheme of things? Well, here are the pros. In my opinion, the ultimate goal is always for people to realize that basketball is just basketball, no matter who is playing, whether you're in the NBA or the WNBA. It's all good hoops. For a very long time, people thought that the standard for meaningful opportunity in this industry was being associated with the NBA. Trust me, I know this a little bit personally. The list with ties is starting to get super long. Becky Hammon, Natalie Nakase, Nate Tibbetts, Alex Sarama, Sonia Rahman, Tyler Marsh, and now Chris DeMarco. For additional context, there are more coaches in the NBA than there are players in the WNBA. So getting a promotion to head coach in the NBA, especially with how they recycle respected names, probably seems really difficult, nearly impossible. But you know what they say, money talks. With coaches now making well over $1 million, the WNBA is now becoming a destination for opportunity. I'm sure people are noticing that if you're not getting hired from the NBA, you're most likely now coming from college. Lynn Roberts, Carl Semesco, and Jose Fernandez. And this leads me to my cons. It's getting increasingly hard for aspiring coaches or even former players to win from within. Internally, the WNBA has some of the brightest minds. Christy Tolliver, Breon January, Karima Christmas Kelly, Lindsey Harding, who is currently with the Los Angeles Lakers. Entering last season, Noelle Quinn was the only Black female head coach in the entire WNBA. And now the count is at 0. Clearly, all eyes are on the WNBA and its head coaches, but I hope we also never forget who helped pave the way.
God damn, Chinny, you my wife from another life, and I'm gonna marry you one day, give you my last paycheck. But that's either here or there. I got to speak my mind on this situation. See, I don't like what's going on here. I think I need to call Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Tito Jackson, one of the Jacksons. Somebody got to help me. Why is no African American women are coaches? Why is they get pushed to the side? Because now the WNBA got a little money. See, now the WNBA acting like Mike Jones. When you're broke, you ain't want me. Now I'm rich, you all on me. Nah, don't do that, WNBA. You pushing my women to the side. When my women work hard to get these opportunities, when my women work hard on the basketball court to show their intellect and to show their playing style, to let their playing career translate to the coaching ranks. But I know why the WNBA is acting funny, and I got one person, if not two people, to blame for this. Show me the picture. Bam! Right there. Angel Reese, a.k.a. Goat, Billy Goat, Lil Goat, Mrs. Grinch that stole Christmas. That's you, Angel Reese. And Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. Wonder Bread, a.k.a. Miss Sarah Lee. Y'all two are the reason why that these men getting hired and these African-American women coaches are not having opportunities. I'm going to tell you why. It's not that something that you did directly. It's something that you did indirectly. Y'all two brought a lot of eyes to the WNBA. Y'all took the WNBA from being on the back page where when you get on ESPN, you used to have to find it under other. You had to find it under other sports. Now they on the main screen. Boom. Fifth most important sport in America right now. That's y'all fault. So now y'all made the league in general have expectations. Expectations from ownership, expectations from the coaching ranks. So now when you see that your team is constantly firing these coaches, it's because we got the new eyes on the WNBA because of these two women, and now everybody is having the expectation of excellence. It's no longer that you can play in the dark and we don't know about it. Now your light is shined on your league and everybody can see the ins and outs of what's going on. If you don't believe me, let me pull out the article. And see right here, we don't even got to go far. Only thing I want to read to y'all is this. Before the end of the year of the 2024 season, 7 of 12 teams from the 2024 season had hired brand new coaches. That means 58.3% of the league had turned over a new leaf when it comes to head coaches. And that's why I blame those two women. Put those two women back on the screen because they need to be seen. And see, this is why it's their fault. Because they made this sport mainstream. You talk about two A-list celebrities. The first and second most popular women in WNBA. The first and third most popular women in women's sports. That's what the numbers say. And so when you got that working for you, at the end of the day, you change the expectation of how not only fans observe this league, but most importantly, how ownership now that has money and the teams are going up by the dozens and dollars, you know, they now expect more from these coaches. And unfortunately, when you have that type of mentality and when you have that type of expectation all of a sudden because the money that's coming in because of these two women, these owners more confident and more comfortable with men controlling the sidelines and preparing these women to maximize their potential instead of these women who deserve the opportunity to have the chance to go on the sideline and to mold these young ladies to women of WNBA players, not only on the court but off the court. See, if it was up to me personally, I would want Tyler Marsh to be fired today and hire my girl Lisa Leslie, aka Big Goat, or Nola Henry, who I love because she is a bright young mind and she know how to coach a superstar. You know how I know she know how to coach a superstar? Because she coached that one on the left, aka Mrs. Grinch, Angel Reese, last year in Unrivaled. It wasn't WNBA, but nevertheless, they had 50 million cameras talking to her every single goddamn game, every single goddamn press conference, talking about why Angel doing this and why Angel doing that. She had to stand up to that pressure, and she stuck her chest out, and she did her thing, Nola Henry. I love you, Nola Henry. So I wish you become my coach of the Chicago Sky, long as Angel's there, and fire Tyler Moss today, because that Pittsburgh dope boy, he can't coach worth a shit. Excuse my language, boss man. Excuse my language. But I'm getting upset right now. But these women changed the game. They changed it for the better. And because they changed it for the better, it makes the WNBA a more misogynistic league. Not intentionally, but as a collective, because unfortunately men are comfortable with other men coaching women instead of these African American women who done a great job with their playing career and coaching on the sideline. So these women should always get an opportunity to showcase their talent instead of you going towards the men because of your preconceived notion on how men can handle women or how men can handle leadership on the sideline. But until we meet again, I am Duval, and I got your back, women, because y'all deserve an opportunity, especially my African American queens, because they deserve to shine even under the brightest lights of the WNBA. Gotta go now. Peace!